Just on the 3/4 line down the next long side, so you pass to the left of the jumps, and when you get level with the gate, leg yield back to the track, so from left to right. So the horse is bent to the left, it's on the left rein. Phoebe just asks with her left leg, and the horse stays pretty parallel, and Phoebe's asking her over, and as you can see, she's just stepping forward and over, and the horse has to go forward and over, forward and over. This positioning of the shoulders. So as you can see, the left fore is just slightly inside the track. It should be on 3 tracks. The right front and the left hind should be virtually in a line there, so we should hardly see the inside hind leg. Do another one down the next long side, Phoebe. Little less angle, please. Shoulder in's quite difficult to ride, as some of you would easily know, because we can easily get a glorified inside neck bend and no angle. So the faults of that are too much angle, too much neck bend. Okay? That's better, that's better, that's better. Good. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Super. The angle should be the same. So the outside foreleg is on the track, and the inside fore and the outside hind again are working in a pair, and the inside hind is just inside. So the horse is bent in the direction she's going. The quarters are now away from the track. There should be a good bend round the rider's inside leg to the way she's going. And very quickly now we can go into a half pass right, which is leg yield, so she's got a left bend, and now go right bend, so it turns into a half pass. Good, and straight. Good, do that one more, Phoebe, that way. Or you can go left, whichever you want. Good, so we go leg yield, so we've got the left bend, so she's bending away from the direction she's going, and now go half pass. So now she's bending the direction she's going, okay? Get that? Brilliant. Okay, super. Walk a few steps, canter the other way. So it's collecting the canter, down to walk, establishing the walk, and then changing the leg and cantering the other way. Okay? So when we start to teach your horse changes, these are all the things that have to be established. The horse has to be established in all the lateral movements, and these simple changes have to be really quick off the mark. Because basically, if you imagine what a flying change is, it's basically changing legs but with no walk. Okay? So she does these really nicely, really smooth, looks effortless. You can hardly see Phoebe's doing hardly anything there, and the little mare just seems to sit down and sort of land like a little snowflake. So basically, counter-canter is that the horse stays, you change the rein and the horse stays basically on the wrong leg. Okay, so he has to be supple for this, and balanced is the main thing. If the horse is unbalanced, obviously he'll think, hang on a minute, this isn't right, I'm on the wrong leg, and he'll change on his own. In the counter-canter, it obviously helps if you've been able to teach the horse all the lateral movements, so when he gets a little bit insecure, he knows what a little bit of Phoebe's left leg back means there. It's to stay on the wrong leg. Okay? Obviously, a little tiger's like, no, hang on a minute, we do changes. Okay? It's like, why do I need to do that? Okay, and obviously we're sitting here, so anything like that, when these horses get fit and they know the movements, and again, this is one thing that the event horses have to put up with, is that, these tricks that we teach them are really exciting, and they're quite buzzed up. So you'll go to Babington and Burley and you'll look at these fit horses, and dressage riders may laugh, but it's like, okay, you take one of your dressage horses galloping around across country a few times, and then it might not be quite so easy. When you're training the extended and the medium trots with the horses that don't find it so easy, you have to go through that speed. You have to almost use speed initially if they're not naturally reaching and pushing. Yes, it comes from engagement and balance, but those horses that don't really move, you've got to do a certain amount of trotting around like you're going flat out. And then they find another gear. Now that's good for her. That's really good for her. And you can see she's doing her max there. But of course, when you're comparing that to some big flash thing that's like literally overreaching its chin like this, little tiger goes in and does her max and she gets a 6. Whereas for her, that is her max. So that's when you get the discrepancies between the dressage judges, because, they're not saying, for little tiger, that's amazing. they're judging her to the other horses and like, well, that's still not good enough, but she's never going to be able to do any more than that, you know.
That's a clear difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. We all love her.
Yeah.